happens, because that's got to be one of the worst experiences. And try not to go places where people's spirits have already died. I'm not going to be funny about it, but the Titanic, all these spirits up down here, and their energy, you trying to go down there, and in that place that's holding all that negative energy, that could be what's holding it down there too.
Let's really think about this, though. We need an expert do certain things a couple of times before civilians get to do the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let other people go down there a couple of times and see that it works. But sometimes, again, like I said, rich people's problems. They want to be the first. I got enough money to be first. That's why black folks don't get caught up in that stuff, because we know that's what else do it a couple of times. They make sure that they work correctly enough times before I jump out there. And I don't care, even if you're rich. Sometimes rich people, black rich people, don't even try to put your envelope or so on. But a couple of times, they have unfortunately.
Yeah, what Yamanika said too. Yamanika mentioned the waiver. So the waiver actually said that this is an experiment. It's not approved or accredited. It also lists 10 ways that you could die. And one of those being, as you're getting into the actual craft, you could die. So as you're signing the waiver, as you mentioned, yeah, it is important to read it. And they actually did read it on camera. But I do want to play a clip, because both of you are mentioning this rich people problem, and everybody is feeling the exact same way. I want to take a look at this guy and come back and get your reactions on this clip.
What is it with these billionaires and these fucking tubes? You want to see the Titanic? You can get rated on VHS. It's the tube that. They paid a...
They were just letting us listen to somebody that was giving their opinions about people that are rich that are taking these particular expeditions. So they're just giving their responses to it. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. It was people that was on here that was really, really into traveling. They love to go on these different types of expeditions. I know I like the water, and I don't mind getting on it. It's just something I really like to do. So that's what I'm saying.
Money talks over everything. I'm gonna talk about the people who passed away because of rich people problems. Y'all might get y'all answers in the mind. I don't get them. It is what it is. One is Aaliyah. Let me tell you, they let that man put more luggage on that plane because he was Aaliyah, and they wanted. And I know people who passed away. I know personally two people who passed away. I know how it rolls. They want to put more luggage in. Yamanika says, "Let me put more luggage on just to up the weight." Most pilots say, "Hell no!" But when you're Aaliyah, you're fast enough, they say, "You know what? I don't want to do. I'm over you." So they buy into the rich people, situation. Same thing with Kobe Bryant. Flying that helicopter with this boy outside. He should have put that helicopter, but Kobe wanted to go, and that person, that pilot, figured, "All right, let's do it. Kobe, let me do it." Me and Yamanika could have got this flight going with that weather like that. So sometimes it's rich people's problems. Yes, people buy into the people being rich and doing whatever for them and risking their lives, or people who are rich decide, you know what, I want to risk mine. I'm going to take the challenge. I have enough money to make someone do what I want them to do some crazy stuff. So unfortunately, I'm glad I ain't that rich. People ain't do whatever.
He was talking about Aaliyah and Kobe, their experience being similar.
Executives who knows what's happening there. He's taking these people down. They're letting them know it's all good. I don't know this is the first time that this was an experiment. I think they have done it a couple of times. The biggest issue is that it was not up to standard. And that's what I would like to know. Do these people know that are in there that it wasn't up to these standards? Because we signed waivers, and a lot of times when people say, "Oh no, it's not like that. We've done it a couple of times. This is just for that," and people go, "Okay, I feel that the risk is okay because you are assuring me." And at $250,000 a pop, I'm sure you weren't telling those adventure, you have to also resign yourself to the fact that you may not live when you are
That's right.
secret
That's
like
right.
that. So,
She said that.
yeah, but you know, yeah, definitely sending our
She
well
said a
wishes,
lot of good
prayers,
points.
and thoughts to them and their families, because you know their families are also having to see this and watch this play out. In addition to everybody commentating on it as well. So yeah, you know, definitely sending our well wishes. I think the most recent updates right now is that they did get sounds. They sent a Canadian aircraft and they were able to detect sounds, but that was about last night. So they have about until this afternoon, late or mid evening, in order to, you know, beat the clock in order to save people. So all well wishes to them.
I really appreciate this particular part of my podcast or my online presentation, because DL had 3 people on there. He had a moderator, then he had 2 different people that are knowledgeable, and the young lady, Yama, she had a couple of things I wanted to point out. She was mentioning that there's a place online that people can go to if they're into traveling in high-risk type of adventures, such as expedition with the submersible. And then she mentioned also about people being adventurous. There's hardly nothing you can do to really stop them, because when people get in that kind of mindset, like one of my relatives was saying, those are just how some people are. They're going to live it out in their lifetime. There's like something that I like, but I'm not what you call a daring person. I will do some things that I really enjoy doing. Like there may be an event that I might want to go to, and I just don't seem like I can get there, but I make some type of arrangements. If I can't go at that time, I'll just, you know, make arrangements to go, even if it's a distance. I still go. Like for instance, I want to go to the new museum that they just built in South Carolina. I know people probably have heard about that now. And we know we have one in Washington, and then they just built another one in Boston. But the latest one is the one that's in South Carolina. And I said I wanted to go, and everybody is like wondering, like, you know, how I'm going to get there. And they know me. I traveled a couple of places in my lifetime. I will make a point to go. So like Yama said, she said that some people are adventurous and there's nothing you can do. And I want to make another point. The other young man, the first one that I showed of him, he did mention that they had to take medication. And he said it makes you sort of tired. So just remember that. I think they do that to bring people's seriousness like a little bit down, because he did say he was getting a little fearful before he went in there. But you know, I think that's why they give him medication. But I can go over it again later. Okay, we have someone else that we want to bring to you and talk about the expedition. So let's hang in there. Okay, we'll get right there with you. All right. But this one, basically, I'm going to do a little talking. Basically, because I want to go back to the Titanic, since the Titanic is tied to the expedition. Okay, 111 years on, there are still plenty of mysteries and indeed theories that are surrounding the sinking of the Titanic, with endless questions still left behind. New discoveries are made about the tragedy year after year, with progress towards answering those questions hampered by the difficult location of the wreckage on the floor of the Atlantic Ocean. There is still plenty of investigation to be done, with limited exploration of the sunken vessel. Depth of the Titanic wreckage. The hull of the Titanic is approximately 3,800 meters deep and relatively close to Newfoundland and Labrador, off the coast of Canada. With the passing of time, the ship's remains have deteriorated, as you might expect, and it is believed that it will eventually dissolve almost completely due to the corrosive effect of salt water on its materials. However, thanks to numerous investigative expeditions to the area, we do know that there is still a huge amount of objects under the water, many of which are remains of the victims' belongings. What objects have been found near the Titanic? Bottles such as wine, shoes, suitcases are among the items that can be thrown across the ocean floor. Reminders of lives that were cut short by the icy Atlantic wave. But crucially, plenty is still missing. Human remains. Some 1,160 people went down with the Titanic, but no bodies have ever been found. There are multiple theories as to why, although experts have been unable to completely resolve the mystery once and for all. The effects of seawater. One thing that cannot be overlooked is that it took more than 70 years for the wreckage of the ship to be even located. When investigations began, everything had already been exposed to seawater. However, it hasn't been ruled out that there could still be bodies on board inside the deepest parts of the vessel, such as the engine room, which is where the water had less effect on. What is clear, though, is that almost all of the missing bodies have been dissolving and will continue to do so until their eventual disappearance. Not only because of the salt water, but also because of ocean animals and bacteria in the water, which feed on human tissues such as the skin. According to marine archaeologist James Dallum, even teeth can dissolve at that depth. I know something about that because I know when the medical coroners that go to study on bodies that have come in after death, sometimes they only have what they call just minimal things that are left, and the teeth is one of the ones that are left that they can use. But as Mr. James Delgado said, that sometimes the teeth dissolve too because of the salt water. Okay, I wanted to give you that little bit of information, and we're going to take a little pause. That way you can take a little breath of fresh air, and then we'll come back with you, okay? So we can get right back into it, okay?